They say some ships never truly dock, even after the ocean lets them go. In Long Beach, California, a massive ocean liner rests in silence. But the silence is deceiving. Guests hear footsteps in empty hallways, doors slam in sealed rooms, shadows move where no one stands. This is not just an old ship. This is the Queen Mary, a vessel with a dark past, tragic deaths, and a reputation as America's most haunted ship. Tonight, we uncover its terrifying secrets. Before it became known as one of the most haunted ships in America, the Queen Mary was a symbol of luxury, power, and pride. Launched in 1936, this massive British ocean liner carried celebrities, royalty, and thousands of hopeful passengers across the Atlantic Ocean. Its grand dining halls glittered with chandeliers, its decks echoed with laughter, and its engines roared with unstoppable strength. But beneath the glamour, something darker slowly began to grow. When World War II began, everything changed. The elegant ship was stripped of its luxury and painted in dull gray camouflage. It earned the nickname the Gray Ghost as it transported thousands of soldiers across dangerous waters. During this time, the Queen Mary was involved in a tragic accident that would forever stain its history. In 1942, while traveling at high speed, it accidentally collided with another ship, cutting it in half. Hundreds of men lost their lives in the freezing ocean. Some believe that tragedy never left the ship. After retiring in 1967, the Queen Mary was permanently docked in Long Beach, California, and transformed into a hotel. But soon, strange reports began to surface. Guests claimed to hear children laughing near the empty swimming pool. Staff members spoke of sudden cold spots and shadowy figures walking the corridors at night. The ship had stopped sailing, but the stories were only beginning. The Queen Mary's dark reputation is not built on rumors alone. Over the years, several tragic and unexplained incidents have given life to its chilling legend. One of the most famous stories is connected to Door 13 in the ship's engine room. In 1966, a young crew member was crushed to death by a massive, watertight door during a routine drill. Witnesses say he didn't have time to escape. Today, visitors claim to see the figure of a man in blue overalls near that very door. Some even report feeling an invisible presence pushing them from behind. Another disturbing location is the first-class swimming pool area. The pool has long been drained, yet guests frequently report hearing splashing water and children laughing echoing through the empty chamber. Some claim to see a little girl standing near the pool's edge before she suddenly vanishes into thin air. Security guards have described cold spots and unexplained shadows moving along the tiled walls. Perhaps the most terrifying location is room B340. Guests who stayed there complained of lights turning on by themselves, blankets being pulled off the bed, and knocks coming from inside the walls. So many disturbing incidents were reported that the room was once closed to the public. Some say these are just stories. Others believe the Queen Mary never truly let go of those who died within its steel walls.
As the Queen Mary settled into its new life as a floating hotel, the reports became harder to ignore. Guests from around the world began sharing eerily similar experiences. Stories that sent chills down the spines of even the most skeptical visitors. Many claimed they were awakened in the middle of the night by the sound of heavy footsteps pacing outside their cabin doors. When they opened the door to check, the hallway was completely empty. Some visitors reported seeing shadowy figures standing at the end of corridors, only for them to disappear when approached. Others described sudden drops in temperature, as if an unseen presence had entered the room. In certain areas of the ship, especially near the old engine room and the drained swimming pool, electronic devices reportedly malfunction without explanation. Cameras die, Audio recorders capture whispers that no one remembers saying. Paranormal investigators who have explored the ship claim to have recorded strange voices during spirit box sessions. One chilling recording allegedly captured a faint reply to the question, "Is anyone here?" A soft but clear whisper saying, "Leave." Even staff members have shared their unsettling encounters. Security guards patrolling at night say they sometimes hear doors slamming in unused sections of the ship. Yet when they investigate, nothing is disturbed. Whether these experiences are tricks of the mind or something far more sinister, one thing is certain: the Queen Mary does not feel empty. Today, the RMS Queen Mary stands permanently docked, illuminated by soft harbor lights, welcoming tourists, historians, and thrill seekers from around the world. By day, it feels like a preserved piece of history, a grand ocean liner frozen in time. But when night falls, the atmosphere shifts. The wooden decks creak under unseen weight. The long corridors seem darker than they should be. Every distant sound feels closer. Every shadow feels alive. Skeptics argue that the stories are nothing more than imagination, fueled by the ship's tragic past and clever marketing. After all, old ships make noises, metal expands, pipes echo. But how do you explain the identical experiences reported by strangers who never met? The footsteps, the whispers, the sudden cold touch in an empty room. Maybe the Queen Mary is simply a vessel of history, carrying memories that refuse to fade. Or maybe some spirits never disembarked when the ship made its final journey. So the next time you walk its silent hallways, ask yourself one question: are you truly alone? Or has something been watching you from the shadows all along?